Welcome.
Welcome to STWF TV Reviews, where we review movies, TV shows, food, and entertainment. Let's get started.
STWF TV Reviews Episode 1 is live. I'm your host, Dale. With me today, we got Chili Will. What's going on, bro?
How we doing, brother?
All good, all
Hype
good.
for this. We've been plotting on doing this for a while. Me and you've been plotting on doing this for a little bit, but also just reviewing shows in general. Me and Coach, that idea was born the same night the Chop Up was. We just didn't get around to it. So
Yeah. Well, hey,
yeah, we here
got
now.
it now.
Yeah, we here. We needed somebody to light that fire, and Dale was here to do it. So.
That's right. We are going to be reviewing the Disney Plus series Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Hopefully Coach will join us. It'd be nice.
That's what this infamous third square is about. It's not just a
He's
supposed to be in it, but we'll see what happens if he shows up.
Yeah. So
busy man. He's a busy man, all right?
Yeah, he does a lot of shows. So all right, man. So what'd you think overall about Percy Jackson?
All right, so just out the gate, in case we don't want to keep people here too long if they don't want to wait for the end. Out the gate, I'll say it's about like a 7 to 8 out of 10. I mean, it's done well. So we know because it's Disney, they're gonna give them the bag to throw at it.
Yep.
But we also know because it's Disney, they're gonna chop up anything that we've already seen. So the problem with doing this IP is you got different versions of it. You got the movies already out that a lot of people love.
True.
Despite them not really doing great to mirroring the books, they did a fairly good job for their time.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, the show cuts out and does things differently than both. We've talked plenty. The number one thing that I noticed right away was that the camp scene, which is a huge scene especially in the books. And honestly, the first movie was kind of built around the camp scene.
Yeah.
They had, because everything in that movie kind of is before and after the camp. They just fucking blew by this. They didn't even really do the camp. Like they showed up, they showed us a few bunks and got right into getting out.
I don't know. The last episode of the series, we started getting some callbacks to the camp.
Right.
So you got to see how he learned how to fight, all that kind of Percy Jackson, how you got to learn how to fight and everything.
Right.
So they did mix some stuff into the camp, and I imagine anything that we need to learn in the future that needed to go back to the camp, they'll do it that way.
I hope so, because it is a weird way to go about the camp situation, because now you're gonna do it all in flashbacks, which is it's doable, but I think that's when you're gonna run into issues with him growing, which everyone knows
kids grow.
Kids grow. So
damn kids grow, boy.
yeah. Speaking of the kids, the lead actor, let me make sure I get his name correct.
Walker Scoble?
Yes, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's his name. Walker Scoble. He so I like him better than the original cast guy from the movies. I think he's gonna fit the part more. I think it's almost like the role, like when everyone talks about like Peter, who played the best Peter Parker.
Right.
I think he's our Tom Holland now. I think he's gonna be the guy that does both sides, playing the regular kid version of him, but then also when he turns into the Olympian, when he turns into Percy Jackson, who he's supposed to be, I think he's gonna do both really well. Have you seen him in anything else? I saw him in Project.
Not that I remember.
I think it's Project Almanac. Is that what it is? Oh no, it's called The Adam Project with Ryan Reynolds, also on Netflix.
Oh, okay. I did see the movie, but I guess I didn't notice him.
Yeah, so that's younger him. He plays younger him in that movie, and did a great job in that movie too.
Yeah.
So I like what this kid's doing, and I like him for this role. I think it's going to be good moving forward. I like what they did so far, but they did pull out, like I said, some of my favorite scenes. Was he the kid from that? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was the kid from the Adam Project.
That's right. That's right. So
Wait, what? Yeah, your sound cut out a little bit. There you go. I can hear you now.
Okay. What about the other actors in the show?
So they made the one that everyone notices that I love. They made Annabelle a wonderful actress named Leah. Noticeably, she's black. She was not in the original IP. I think she did a good job of playing like a more stoic Annabelle. Like,
Okay.
because that's kind of how Annabelle was in the books. And Annabeth, sorry, Annabeth. That's how Annabeth was in the books. But in the movies, it was they casted Alexandra Daddario, who is at the time blowing up into her heartthrob stage of her career. I think the next movie she does is Baywatch, I believe. It's like this huge deal. So it, in hindsight, looking back, it's like they sexualized the character.
Okay.
But they picked a great actress. I love Alexandra Daddario. But maybe not perfect for the role. They kind of got her because she was blowing up.
Right.
But yeah, in this role, yeah, Leah Jeffries, she did a great job. I think Grover is an interesting character because I feel like they didn't make him as prominent in this one. You sound again. Can't hear you again. Your connection, yeah, I think it's like the connection keeps going out on you. Technical difficulties. So, but yeah, but the thing about Grover is, yeah, he played less of a role than I think Brandon T. Jackson played in the first one, and
right.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they didn't use him as much, and I feel like maybe that was because the actor wasn't quite up to par for what they were looking for, but they kind of went with him anyway. I don't want to take anything away from him. He worked hard. I think he did a pretty good job. I just think in comparison, that's the problem that this is going to have. You're always going to be compared to the books.
Yeah.
Compared to the movies.
And
compared to the movies, they gave that role a much bigger role in the movies. So.
Yeah. Okay. Look, the one that really blew me away was Adam Copeland being Ares. I'm a wrestling fan, of course.
And, it was dope seeing him like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so when I saw him, I of course I didn't really look up anything about the movies. I try to stay away from trailers because I feel trailers reveal too much.
Same. We're gonna do great with this show. I don't gotta deal with spoilers. I love that.
Yeah. So I just knew I was gonna watch it, so I just watched it, and that was it. Yeah. So all of the characters that showed up were just, it was surprising to me. Also seeing Zeus, being Lance Reddick.
Yeah. And, which, rest in peace, it's going to be tough moving forward. I wonder if they shot ahead of time or what they're going to do.
Right. I do wonder what's going to happen with that. He was always a good actor. I came across like another series with him. It was a little anime series on Netflix, Stupid Junk or whatever. But he did the voice for that, and I was surprised he did the voice. And
so he also did the voice in a prominent role in the video game, the big video game called Destiny 2.
Okay, yeah.
And when he passed away, so it's a major, it's a massive multiplayer online.
Right.
So everyone goes to this area and they all have to go talk to this character to get certain pieces of armor or missions or whatever. And it's him doing that voiceover. And he's at the end of the bridge when you get to this main area. When he passed away, they did like a shot with everybody at the end of the bridge, like taking a knee and did a little. So it was very beautiful. I just say that because Lance Reddick Reddick deserves it. He's the man. He's one of the best actors we've had in this generation. And man, yeah, to get him to play Zeus was dope, and then we lose him, which is rough.
Right.
So rest in peace, Lance Reddick. But hopefully, I don't know what they're gonna do there.
Yeah, I think they're gonna just use the power of the gods.
Yeah, he took that form.
Yeah.
That particular moment, but this is his true form, and we just spent this whole scene explaining it. So
exactly.
Also, it was dope to see Lin-Manuel Miranda in this.
Mm-hmm.
He played Hermes, which was it's fun. I just expected him to start singing and rapping, but he he did not yet. Does not mean he won't in this series, but he did not yet. It was great to see Lin-Manuel though.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think of what this guy's name is. Like, I saw him on the first time I ever saw him was on a series called The League, fantasy football. And he was just insane, dude.
Oh, Jason Mantzoukas.
Yeah.
Dionysus. Yeah, so he's one of my favorite actors. He had a great role in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is one of my favorite shows.
Yes.
If anybody's heard me do any kind of show review, I always talk about that show. And this guy, because he's a nut. He's crazy in everything.
It was insane, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, that plays into the bias against the fact, not against, but my bias of me mentioning, they really didn't spend much time at camp because he's supposed to be talked to more. And when I heard that he got cast in that role, I'm like, oh, that is perfect. He's just an alcoholic, an alcoholic god. He's gonna crush that role. And we didn't get a lot of time with him. Also, it kind of seemed like he's same in the books, but like you can't be trusted always. So, but I hope he gets more. I hope we see more of him. And
I got to imagine we're going to get more camp scenes and everything like that, and so we'll get to see more from him. And he's one of the, I guess, middle-aged kind of actors. So that's better than it's being older or whatever. So
he'll be around.
And
exactly. his brand of funny is going to work into his later years. So even when he's older, he's just going to be the crazy old guy. Did you ever see the CW show The Flash?
Yes.
So I don't know if you remember, you couldn't see her face a lot, but one Nora West Allen, the one who played his daughter in Flash, was also in this show. She played Medusa.
That was Medusa?
That's Medusa, Jessica Parker Kennedy.
Oh, snap. Yeah. Okay.
She's the one who always gets cast as like a 14-year-old, even though she's in her 40s, but beautiful. Like, that's the problem. She's absolutely black. Don't crack is never more evident than with
that's wild,
Jessica. But so she was in it too. I was happy to see her even play, because the Medusa role is kind of fun. Like the Medusa role, she doesn't have to be evil if you play your cards right, but no one ever does with her. And so
dude, I didn't realize that was her.
Yeah, that's her.
Oh my
bro.
god.
You're probably still blown away from seeing Adam Copeland.
Yeah.
Because what was he doing there? But it was great to see him.
Yeah, man, for sure. Oh man. Okay. All right.
Who else we got that I was really enjoying their casting? Luke was casted okay. Luke's an interesting character. I thought Luke was casted poorly in the movies. I think that guy is, I get it. He plays the evil side well, but he didn't play the early part of that role is him sucking up and becoming Percy's friend,
right?
To be sneaky. And he was never believable in the movie. Like, that guy's a piece of shit. Out the gate, you can tell right away. Like, that guy sucks. So, but in this, you couldn't. In this, they did it right. Even though I knew it was coming, I was like, well, maybe they'll go a different direction with this character. Like, maybe he won't be evil. I mean, and he is. But
it looks like he's gonna be like one of the prominent guys to show up next season.
Yeah.
Because he's got that sword where he's traveling through portals and stuff. And I know that differs from the books and everything like that.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that change?
No, I think making him a bigger part of the story is key. And I think that's in the books, he still played a big role, but I think making his role bigger can only serve the show. I don't think it can hurt. Because I don't know that it's going to take, who's it going to take away from? I think his role can stay pretty close to the movie, not familiar with the book, but have 2 more episodes left to watch. Yeah, so my fault. I guess we should have put out a spoiler warning as well. I don't know how much. I don't think I spoiled too much, though. I'm pretty vague.
If you're watching something called a review, it's probably going to contain spoilers.
You may be in the wrong place. Correct. Yeah. I guess I'm just always overly sensitive with spoilers because I don't like them myself.
I feel you. I try to avoid things to call reviews.
Oh, what up, Coach? What up, Coach? That's Coach live from the black square that we got left up here.
Coach, this your square right here, bro. This your square.
It was supposed to be you in it. Now we just left it up for unity.
All right.
So they did stay close to the movies with a few things removed. I like when they got to the hotel where they all can forget. And they're in, like,
Oh, at the casino.
the casino.
Yes.
That's always scary when that place comes up. Even in the book, I'm like, yo, they're never gonna get out of here. There's no reason they should. When you see other people who've been in there for way too long, and
Yes.
but even that, they didn't spend a long time there. They spent a much longer time in the book.
Okay.
In that place, but it's still done well.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I enjoyed it for sure. Favorite character?
Favorite character? Who? I mean, it's probably Percy and Annabeth. I just the duo of them is always fun. But if it's just a random character, then it's always going to be my guy Dionysus. Like, you guys are Dionysus is a monster, man. The guy's out of his mind.
I really like Zeus because, like, the reveal of him was great.
Yeah.
Just because it's a real great actor and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, they really played it up to, like, okay, he got upset. Boom, here's the thunder.
Yeah.
And then he has the part where he's about to strike Percy.
Mm-hmm.
And like the dad pops in there. Like, it's really, really well done. The effects and everything like that. I just really like that part. So yeah, man.
They made his rage palpable, and that's a testament to him, obviously, first and foremost, but also just everything around the production did a really good job. And, like, that dude Zeus is everything that they say he is. Do not mess with Zeus. Like,
right. Exactly.
He even he basically was like, conversation over, and Percy's like, no, and he's like, yo, you don't understand. That never happens. Like, and it's not gonna happen again. Let me be clear.
For real.
And Pop shows up, and Pop is just like, yo, out the gate, he's like, yo, I lost. I lost. Because he knows that's the only way he can even entertain this combo with Zeus, who's now in a rage.
That's right.
That's gonna eliminate everyone if he wants to. So they did a good job of making Zeus this, which is good, because eventually he kind of, if you remember, like in the movies and stuff, eventually they, through many efforts, at least get Zeus's respect.
Mm-hmm. And
which means you got to have the other level of lack of respect first, and I think they did a great job with that.
Yeah, man. So are you confident that there will be a season 2?
Yes, with Disney, they will give you. Disney kind of operates around the same way Netflix does, where, like, you'll get a number 2, but that's probably it. You're gonna get the second one, and unless you like Stranger Things level blow up, or like Ozark level of addiction, you're probably not gonna get a third season. They cancel everything after season 2.
Okay.
But so I am very confident we get a second season. I am worried that they know what I know, and they're going to try to squeeze 3 books into the second season in hopes that they can maybe squeeze a final third season with the final book. But we'll see. I'm trying to think of how many books they covered. They covered like 1.5 books with this season.
Okay.
So, and basically the first movie. Yeah, it's probably easier to do it by movie. They kind of got the first movie into the season. Right.
The Kronos being like the mastermind behind all of this. Did we get a picture of him? I want to say was it the guy from Star Trek or whatever, the old Asian guy?
Oh, Hiro.
Yeah,
Hiro Kanagawa, headmaster. He's only listed as headmaster in it. I'm not sure if it. Yeah, we'll see though. That's him. That should bear some fruit for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely something we'll need to see for that.
Yeah, I was curious to see more of this character for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Who else we had that I really liked in here? Hephaestus did a pretty good job. Timothy Odmanson. Who else? I remember somebody else stood out that I was like, yo, that's what's his name from? Anywho, yeah, I think so. Like I said, I think they definitely get season 2,
Okay.
definitely. And I feel like I'm more hopeful for. So originally, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna get season 1 for sure, and then probably 2, and then probably be done. I have a little more hope for a season 3 already because the number one thing that needed to happen to get to a season 3 would be
Right.
not pissing everybody off who's already a fan, and they seem to have done that. They seem. I don't think anyone's mad
Okay.
too much about the things that are different from the book and the or the movies. So I think they did just good enough with the fans that are already on this IP that the new fans coming in should be enough to get it to a season 3, just to wrap the story up. There's no reason to have to finish the story now. Plus, I think you want to. I mean, you're Disney, obviously. You're the big bad Disney, but you want to play nice with like upstart little stars like him. I think he's going to be good. I think he has the chance to do a lot of these type of movies if you keep him around. So why not keep a good rapport with the young actor and don't cancel his show after 2 seasons? When
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing that with children actors, like the price doesn't have to be as much when unless you're already famous.
Right. And to this point, I think all we've really know him for is the Adam Project, which was also like a pet project, I believe, for Ryan Reynolds. So that's not even like a it's big, but it's only big because he's attached to it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a blockbuster, and it was a straight to Netflix joint. So
exactly.
Yeah, I think you can keep the prices on these kids pretty low.
Yep.
That's kind of what happened. That's kind of what happened with, like I said, with Annabeth from the movies. Is by the next movie, Alexander Daddario was like wanted in everything, and so I'm pretty sure her price tag went up. And I'm pretty sure the kid as well. Didn't he go on to do? Is he the same kid from 13 Reasons Why? No, it's not the same kid. I don't think, but whatever. He went on to do some other stuff too. So everybody's Brandon T. Jackson went on to do other stuff.
Right.
So all their money, all them price tags went up. I don't think the price tag is gonna go up here for these kids. So that'll be good for them. I got a quick question. In a world where we have now and been given a hot Aunt May, how did you feel about Sally? How they casted Sally Jackson, his mom?
I mean, yeah, she looked pretty good too. And I was hoping to see a little bit more of her in this next season because she was in 5 episodes or something this season.
And she was a badass, yo. Low key, she was like kind of a badass, and in the books they really make her like really like this battered woman. Okay. Like this abused, battered woman. And I think because obviously it's Disney, they wanted to steer clear of like the actual domestic violence part of this.
Yeah, for sure.
And so they just made the stepdad an asshole instead of like physically abusive. Okay. Which I think kind of messes with what drives Percy. Because that was a huge part of what drove him in the books was like, yo, I gotta get my mother out of this. This guy's an asshole. Like I gotta do all this for her and get us out of the situation.
That makes sense.
And now that's not really there. Like, don't get me wrong, he doesn't like the guy, but it's more just like he just doesn't respect him. It's mad funny. He just looked like a whack ass like stepdad, and he's just like, dude, you're a clown. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Mom Dukes is a writer. Her scene in the woods when she was trying to send him there was dope. Yeah.
But so one thing about the mom is like that when Percy Jackson gets to talk to his dad, he didn't say that he still loved her, but
like he didn't,
right, but he the way the facial expressions looked, it gave the sense that he did still love her.
Right.
So
and in the books, it's kind of evident that like, yo, yeah, he didn't really. Honestly, in the books, they make him a little more like Zeus at first.
Okay.
Where he himself is kind of standoffish. and just like, I'm a fucking god. I got plenty of you little kids everywhere. I rain down kids everywhere. I'm worse than Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
But like in this, they made him more amenable, more. Oh, I forgot it was Uma as
Yeah, the
as
first one.
Medusa in the original.
Uh-huh.
That's funny. Wow, this real mixed in both shows. It mixed in the movie and the show. That's dope. I like it.
Yep.
That's
it.
Give me the flashbacks from the movies, but also the show. So yeah, they made her a badass, and I think they made the dad more like understanding that he kind of left her hanging and left him hanging. But they also, of course, it's written into the story, the explanation as to why. He was like, yo, they put a ban on you little bastard children. And like, so
hey, like they should have.
Oh, I forgot, was that Bean who played Zeus originally?
I think so, yeah.
Bean, imagine. The Bean Man. I still see. I'm just traumatized every time I see him. I just see his head on a pike. Game of Thrones, man. Game of Thrones. They did him so dirty.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I did like how they did his character, where he's a centaur or whatever, but and then like normal world, he's in the wheelchair and all that kind of stuff. They
made him cool. Professor X.
Yeah.
They made him Black Professor X, which I'm okay. I'm here for that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the explanation that they gave in the series as well. Why don't we just fly to California instead of doing all of the traveling they were doing? It was like, yep, if you go to the sky, you're pretty much just offering yourself up to the gods.
Right. Which by the way is just it's what we call the what's it? It's the Lord of the Rings nut check. Like because that was the number one thing that people clown Lord of the Rings for. Like, why didn't they just fly the Gryffindor?
Yeah.
What are we doing? You did a whole, and then the fans of Lord of the Rings, like, it's about the journey.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's about the plot hole is what it's about. It's about the plot hole. So they made sure that like everybody takes, it's basically the Lord of the Rings rule now. You basically got to explain why you can't take this much easier route.
Yeah.
And they did a good job. But yeah, they were like, yo, that's Zeus's, the air is his up there.
Right.
So don't do that.
Yeah, man.
They brought the sneakers back, obviously. I was happy to see that.
Yes.
I feel like they did the situation differently because like he didn't wear them. He gave them
to Grover to cover up his feet. Right. To make him look normal or whatever.
Which was a fascinating twist because I don't remember that from the books or the movie doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So it made him the one flying in the kicks.
Yep.
Thought that's a choice, but I wasn't mad at it. I was like, all right, it doesn't really matter who wears them, I guess, even though the original story had Percy in them. Yeah, man, I like what they're doing. Like I said, there's a few omissions, but I don't think I hadn't really thought about what you like when you said that they're probably going to do the rest of the camp in flashbacks. I hadn't thought of that.
Okay.
So I've been since you said it, I've been spending the rest of the show often thinking about that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I like it that way. But I guess the alternative was that I had already dealt with them not doing it at all. So
no camp.
If the choice is do the camp in flashbacks or don't do the camp, I'll take do the camp in flashbacks.
Yeah.
I just feel it's so much of the relationship between him and Annabeth happens at that camp.
Yeah.
During those games, and we don't see any of it. So now they had to recreate the trust building out in the world, which it works still, but I just thought it was
So one criticism I heard was they didn't like the fact that Percy sort of failed in his quest, where that's a change from the books or whatever.
Yeah, he usually gets the job done in the books and in the movie. So when he fails, that was but I think so. I mentioned earlier about how I feel like this character has lost some of its original drive, like the reason for whatever they're doing, like their driver or positioning for whatever they're like, whatever his goals were. He kind of lost it from like the motivation. He
Okay.
lost it from the books. Because like I said, it was the dad, it was all that and stuff like that, the stepdad. But this could serve to add to his like the fact that he failed could be something that will help drive him to be the Percy that we all know. So maybe that's how they're going to do it, instead of making it this whole. He's still trying to save mom, obviously, but instead of making it about that, let's make it about the fact that like he failed at stuff and he wants to be better because he's been a failure in his own eyes for a long time.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, I don't
motivation.
Mind. Yeah, I don't mind. Like I said, you had to add motivation because you took some of it from him, from some of the original IP.
Post-credit scenes we saw showed a guy getting turned stoned by Medusa's head. And then I did hear like they supposedly sold the guy that got turned to stone for some money, some kind of way. But do we see a return of Medusa here now? Because
so we know characters don't have to stay dead in this world. We know that there's I don't know if exactly it was like a Lazarus pit, but there's ways to bring people back. What I'm gonna say is I just don't see how you can't because of who they casted.
Okay.
Like she's known like that. So of your cast, clearly they went the route of we're gonna take people with a little bit of a less name, so we pay them less, and we'll pay the side characters more money and get some people that are known there to bring in the eyes. She's one of those people. Especially for nerds who loved The Flash and seeing her there.
Right.
She's done other stuff too.
Right.
So yeah, when you see her as Medusa, you're like, yeah, at least we know her head's gonna have to come back around, because we know unless they scrap the scene, we know that he uses the head more than once.
Yeah.
In fact, he uses it at some extremely tough times. They carry that thing around for a lot longer than one would carry a head. So, yeah, I definitely see her coming back just by the act. I mean, the post credit scene, yes, but also the actress they chose. It's weird to just give her half of one episode and then just kill her off. Nah, you don't. You're gonna get your money for that. So, yeah, I could definitely see her coming back, and I hope so too. I love the actress; she's great.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And so, I already stated that I need to see more of Dionysus, just because.
Yeah.
He steals every single time he's on the screen. He steals the scene.
I would do.
Oh, you know what? It's funny. We've made it 30 minutes and not a mention of Clarice.
Yeah.
Which is a problem. I guess that would be one of the biggest problems I have with it. They did not give her enough screen time, and they did not give this rivalry.
Yeah, she was only in 4 episodes.
Right. And not very long in them. Even.
Right.
They did not give this beef, this rivalry, enough spark early on for it to matter when things change between them.
Okay.
They did not build that up enough. I can only hope that they would start. They did so little with the character that I'm expecting the next season to start with something that has to do with her.
Yeah, about the only thing they really did is started just like showing her, but it was more to build suspicion, like she's the one that stole the bolt.
They built her lore, right? Because that's the big thing about that character is not just it's the lore about the character and about her house and about the gods that she's a child of. They spent and again, a part of that is a byproduct of them not spending any time at the camp. Right. But even after the camp, there's more with her, and they did almost none of it. So that's something that I'm looking for a big change in, because that's a huge part of especially the books. The books, she pops up at so many times where you're like, shh, like everything's going bad, and then she pops up. It's like that's the only way this could get worse, and she's the perfect character for doing that. And I just felt like they were just like, she doesn't like anyone, and that was like what they did. They were like, yeah, she's mean. Yeah. No, she's a lot more than mean. She's, first of all, one of the greatest warriors of these children. Basically, the greatest warrior of them.
Yeah.
And yes, also mean, but also like driven singularly and very competitive. And she, for better or for worse, in the movies and in the books, she brings out of Percy a side of him that no other character can get from him.
Okay.
Because she's the one that like she really pushes his buttons. And he just can't figure out why she sucks so much. And so I think that the show is missing that, and they have a lot of work to do in repairing, because that's not one you can stay with. Like if you don't do that, by the second series, people are going to be like, oh, so you're just going to nerf this character entirely. And that's not going to make people happy. That's
right.
You don't build that in the second season. That's how you don't get a third season.
Okay. There we go. All right. So is there anything else we didn't bring up here about Percy Jackson?
I don't think so. I think I think they just did a great job in general. I think I'm looking forward to I forgot about Miss Dodd. Miss Dodd was played by the chick from Will and Grace. I think they did a good job. I can't wait for season 2. Unfortunately, we will be waiting quite a bit of time.
Well, yeah, I mean, we still haven't heard for sure about season 2. So
that's the other thing that's worrying.
I just want to hear the rumors of how they shot this first season, if they actually shot 2 seasons or not.
Yeah, you know what? We're not you in a rush to go somewhere?
Because I mean that's a big thing with kids. You shoot them 2 seasons.
Yeah, you gotta shoot them up front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot them up front and then hope no one talks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see if we got the latest news on season 2. Let's see what they're saying, if there's gonna be. Okay, so the geek gods must be smiling down at us because Disney Plus's Percy Jackson and the Olympians has been renewed for a second season.
All right, good, so good.
Hell yeah, it's good news.
Yeah, man.
Apparently, it was expected. What does it say? It was beloved novels is popular, more than 10 million hours streamed from. Oh, okay. Let's see they're doing well. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah. So they February 7th. News of renewal on February 7th had confirmed that season 2 will be based on the second book. So they didn't they're right. They really didn't get into the second book. Hey, so you know what that tells me though? That tells me that they're really hoping that they're just gonna play it year by year. But I think they won all 5, bro.
Wow. All right.
I think they won 5 seasons.
Okay.
That's bold.
We have to pick it up because what I'm reading here saying they're expecting it to release around January 26th. 2026, that is.
Which means like season 3, he's gonna be 30.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
He's getting old. He's gonna get old.
So if that's the case, man, we're gonna be waiting a while for this. So
well, hopefully it works out. Is there I mean, we could just stop there, but is there anything else you're watching that you may want to talk or
no? Okay, so we can preview what we're thinking about working on next.
Ooh,
here.
Like
so
it's gonna be fun.
So yeah, I'm definitely going to do a review on my adventures with Superman with my son, who's 12. We're going to talk about that. It's on HBO Max, I believe, right now, so you guys can check that out. We're also thinking about doing a review on The Last Airbender, the live action series on Netflix.
Okay.
So then we're also talking about doing one on Attack on Titan, which is anime series.
These are all going to be great, but I assure you that Attack on Titan series show will be a lot of fun. I've already given poor Dale a preview. I held him hostage before the show. He was like, "Have you seen Attack on Titans?" and then didn't speak for 30 minutes.
So yeah, we're gonna do one on that, man. It's gonna be pretty good. But I've also got a review coming on a bar and grill I went to out in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Along with it's like a pinball arcade, like a couple doors down from this place. So
Oh, they made a Fat Boy Heaven, huh?
yeah, man. Yeah. So it's gonna be nice to talk about. I'm gonna get somebody on here. We'll talk about that. So yeah, we're just gonna expand this thing out, man. We're gonna be talking about different things, bro. Like so yeah.
No, that's not true at all. That is a blatant lie and a propaganda to get people to watch your show. It's nothing. Yo, those two couldn't be polar opposites, like any opposite if they tried.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Your boy Kong Min is all joy. It's all just goofy joy. And Attack on Titan, you don't smile once. Did you back in the day watch X-Men, the X-Men cartoon?
Yes, X-Men 97 is out. That's another one I need to start watching.
That should be another one that we should do at some point as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's gonna take some back work for me because I don't remember. I remember watching it, but I barely remember how everything. I was a kid when the original was out, so I kind of want to see like the differences. And the number one, even before we get to watch it, the number one difference is they didn't make Cyclops a bitch in this one. They made him. They made him like legit, like the leader. I've even seen commercials where he's like, "These are my X-Men," and I'm just like, "Whoa, Scott! Holy shit! When did you grow a pair of balls? Good for you." Apparently they're Aquamaning Cyclops.
Yeah.
If everybody remembers, pretty much got viewed the same way for all these years, where everyone hated Aquaman and everyone hated Cyclops. Now people love Aquaman because Momoa played him.
Right.
So I think they're gonna try to turn that character around. So yeah. Those are some of the things we're gonna watch. What am I watching? Oh, I said this when we talked about doing this. I'm watching on Netflix The 3-Body Problem right now.
Three-Body Problem.
Three-Body Problem, which the premise is it was originally a book about it's just like a sci-fi book about how would a planet respond in a star system that it's a 3-star system.
Okay.
Now, they've seen this in nature. They're possible. It's 3 stars. It's basically 2 stars orbiting a third bigger star. And they will do that until one of the stars eats the other 2. But if a planet was involved in this situation, how would that planet be? And what I didn't expect them to do is in the show, they used video game. They basically kind of made it like they used like a video game to explain how this would go. And some of the characters in the show keep ending up in the video game trying to figure out the problem. It's a whole thing. But it's really good. It's confusing and weird, but also I just wonder where they're gonna go with this. But clearly the 3-Body Problem, you can't have 3 sons, man. It's not gonna work. No planet can survive that. But yeah, y'all should take a look at that if y'all. It's one of the things that I'm watching. What else am I watching right now? A bunch of anime, but I'm gonna eventually do my own anime show, like specifically for anime, and we'll have different guests. I'm sure you will join. Yeah. So I'm gonna work on that. Yeah, me and your boy in the chat right now, Fort Allen, got some things in the works. We don't really. He's mostly just doing his thing, and I'm gonna keep butting in to bother him. But
all right.
We got plenty of things in the mix, plenty of things working, and STWF, like, share, subscribe, man.
This is a safe space for nerds. Come hang out.
Absolutely.
Let us know what you want to talk about. We'll go try to watch it and have a chat with y'all, man. Look, we love doing it. We love getting together, just chatting it up. So we definitely gonna be doing more of this.
I assume that's Toog.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah. But what up, people? Glad everybody came through. Dale, this was great. I appreciate the invite. We got to do more of these. We're going to have fun doing this, clearly.
Yeah. And look, man, hopefully we're going to be seeing some new faces pop up on this review series.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I'm having my sons on here. We're going to be doing some things, man.
I can't wait for the Superman review.
Yeah.
Superman review is going to be hype.
Exactly, man. So, all right.
Get one of these platforms to pay us for doing these great reviews.
Yeah, man.
We just broke down your show, man. We gave it mad love. We broke down your show, Disney. Holla at us.
That's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be nice. So, all right. Well, until the next time, we'll see y'all later, and we appreciate all support.
Find this podcast and others on STWF TV, the podcasting network, wherever you get podcasts.